everyone! Welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. Last time we left off, we met a beast named Bestia. So hopefully we can be best friends with this beast. Or that's at least what it seems like with this maid lady who is also very mysterious. Seems like she is might have the powers of a vampire. uh, Her reflection did not show up in the mirror, and it seems like she has lived for ages inside this house. So now we get another one of her tales in which she's present. So let's see how this all unfolds. And thus began my tranquil days with Bestia. Slowly, he began to learn the human tongue. And I was, to be quite honest, rather thrilled. To be certain, I was afraid of the beast. But my fear was not so strong as my elation that there was someone else in the mansion, someone to whom I could speak. And someone that might become my master. Come now, you must pull weeds out at the roots or they will soon grow back. This is a task that requires perseverance. You do it like this, see? There you go. Yeah, you're big grass, sir. Oh, did you not expect that? What appears to be many plants on the surface is actually all connected within the soil. Huh? This is a task that requires a man's strength. If there were other servants, they could do it. So I apologize for making you tend to the garden, future master. Brah, brah. Or perhaps, now that you are all dressed up, do you wish to leave the mansion and find someone to fool, as the wolf did to the sweet little girl? Have you no interest in remaining in such a disheveled house? Int. Go on. Not want leave. Oh my, is that so? I hear sniffing sounds. If you wish to stay, then I will not stop you. On the contrary, I will gladly attend to you. I am waiting for the person who is to become my master. Forever waiting. I don't care. I should be able to watch over you until the day you depart this world, old and wrinkled. Do you not believe me? Hehe. Are you interested in becoming the master of this house? Will be. I have to wonder if you know what you are saying. Just not even saying words right now, although it matters little whether you do or not. Oh my, look at that. I got your nose. Now this brings back memories. This is called a rose. Do you know what a rose is? It is a type of flower. Not know. Do not know. I see. Then allow me to teach you. What you have here is not a real rose. The real roses wilted and are sleeping in the soil. This is called an accessory. It is something women wear. The beast held an ornamental white rose in his hands. An object someone, sometime, meant to give to someone else. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh. I think this was Mel's gift to the white-haired girl. Curiously, the white rose is just as stunning as it had been the day it was made, despite being buried in the earth for so many years. I hear roses make wonderful gifts. Why does she chuckle every so often? He stared intently at the decorative rose. It's like when you're making small talk and you awkwardly chuckle because you don't get a response. Not that I would know. I had presumed the beast would either discard it disinterestedly or destroy it. But much to my surprise, Bestia held it gently in his hands, as though it were something precious to him. Are you perchance considering giving it to me? Me not want trash. So you are not. Very well. Is there someone else you would like to give it to? In that moment, a thought floated through my mind. The thing I had found in a pool of blood in the cellar was a monstrous creature indeed, but perhaps that was not, at his core, what he truly was. So I asked him a question. What is it that you desire, Bestia? This mansion fulfills people's desires. If you yearn for something... What? Live peace. Live peace. Live performing. Performing live. It's peace. Look at that filthy thing. A beast. Ah, it's a beast. It's eating gosh dang sand. You really that hungry? Beast, you foul creature. Stay the hell back. Get any closer. Filthy beast. And I'll kill you. What's with the flashes of white? Oh, and then a flash of red. Several days passed by. As Bestia began to act more like a person, the mansion followed suit, slowly becoming more habitable, though not yet back to its former glory. No flowers grew in the garden, but neither were there weeds infesting it. The dusty corridors, shattered windows, rust-covered kitchen gradually returned to their proper states. Bestia learned how to change his own clothes and how to draw a bath. No longer did I have to wait on him hand and foot. He could take care of a number of things all by himself. What we lacked for food, he acquired from the forest. Never did he go to purchase supplies from the village. Rather, he captured hares and gathered herbs hidden in the overgrowth. There were days without incident. And though such a life may be wont for excitement, peace is something that you mustn't take for granted. Those who have it cast it aside, finding the leisurely flow of time dull. Only those who have never experienced it truly know how precious it is. Bestia appeared to be content. He wore an expression of solitary serenity. Someone? Is anyone there? And then one day, a crack formed in the uneventful tranquility. Is anyone in there? Could you part with some food? I don't need much. Some food and water. Just a little, that's all I need. Bestia looked over at me, as if seeking my aid. Ironic, no? It was the visitor who was truly in need of aid. I pondered it for a few moments, deciding that I could not simply turn away someone calling upon the mansion. Had Bestia ordered me not to let him in, I would have followed his instructions, but he said nothing. Uh-oh. Whoa. Alright. Oh, thank God, someone's here. I mean, I can't back down from doing the voice now, so... I was afraid it was deserted. You said you were in need of sustenance? Yes. It doesn't have to be much. Anything to quench this thirst. I got lost, and it's been several days. Give me a few minutes, I will find... Let him in. A firm, deep voice came from behind me. I was quite startled. When had the beast learned to act so much like a human? When had he learned to speak so clearly and to behave so much like a master? It's as if I taught him that almost. Maybe he knew it from the start. Ah. Upon seeing Bestia, a look of terror appeared to cross the wanderer's face for a moment. To my eyes, Bestia was the very image of a head of house, but to an outsider, he probably appeared to be nothing more than a beast in man's clothing. Prepare him a meal and a bed. I suspect he is quite tired. Thank you, very much. But in time, the fear drained from the man's face. Bestia sat precariously on the border between man and beast. Though he still had his doubts, the Wanderer revised his first impression, deciding Bestia was human. So it seems like beast isn't exactly a correct term. Maybe it's more just like a metaphorical term, rather than actually being beast-like. Despite all the, what do you call them? I know they're not cutouts or anything like that, but just like the pop-ups, whatever you want to call them, the sprite art for the beast, for Bestia, being like a smoggy cloud, doesn't seem like he's actually a beast. Maybe. As the wolf had fooled the little girl in the forest, he too had succeeded in playing the role of a man. I may be eating my words. I thought I was gone for a while there, but you really came to the rescue. And a meal like this on top of that? You really didn't have to. Though I guess that's not an appropriate thing to say as I'm eating, haha. What kind of meat is this? Hare. It's damn tender for rabbit. And here I thought it was beef. You have quite the skilled chef. Hehehe. Oh, is she the one who cooked this? Is she your wife? Oh no, I am merely a servant. A female servant, huh? Don't see that very often. This mansion's just full of surprises, I can hardly believe it. Lost for days, and as soon as I think I'm dead, there it is. Thinking back on it now, it's miraculous. How did you get lost, dude? But why are you two living alone in a house on a cliff? Oh, I beg your pardon? Asking so many questions without telling you about myself? My apologies, just a little too excited to finally see other people. I'm a merchant. I do international trade. Until a few years back, spice exports pretty much all came from one place. But now that we've established trade routes of our own, my country's fighting tooth and nail to push its exports. And in fact, some have lost a few teeth in the fight already. But that's just how it works. It's a cutthroat world. You do what you must to survive. Ooh, choice words there, my man. That's just how it works, the merchant said, a sorrowful look on his face. He was quite clearly putting on a show, though. Confidence in himself and his homeland radiated from that man. I came to this land to do business. But much to my chagrin, I somehow ended up lost in the forest. Had I wandered around for much longer, I'd have lost the chance to see my beloved again. Your beloved? Yes, sir. I'm constantly out on business, so we only get to see each other a few times a year. But she always waits for my return. I'd like to introduce you to her if I ever get the chance. She's a pretty girl, if not especially striking. Is that so? The merchant was a man of many words, and I, for one, do not mind a lively supper table. Though I know not how Bestia felt, at the very least, I was glad we had invited the Wanderer into the mansion. He was, after all, holding a proper conversation with someone, and he seemed to be having success concealing his piercing, beast-like gaze. However... Alright. The music stopped. Why did the music stop? Could you perhaps start the music box again? I stopped by the village before entering the forest, and I heard a bone-chilling tale there. As soon as the merchant brought up the subject, a palpable tension spread through the room. Next time on Hooky Hour, we'll squeeze all the pulpableness out of the situation. Next time. Bye.